photos, we're at the Federal Garage here in Islamabad, Pakistan. Behind me is the Federal Garage's own vehicle, the N80, running the 1GD engine. Now this one's got the G333 power package or Warrior package on it, which we're racing with just over 330 wheel horsepower. Can't wait, we've just got it running. I've just put the file in, just did a little burnout to make sure it's working properly, and it really is. So that's been a whole lot of fun. We've done a whole lot of preparation on the vehicle too, just to make sure that it's reliable in the race. I mean, there's no point starting a race and not finishing. You can be as fast as you like, but you really do have to get to the end of the race. So a lot of the preparation is around on just a lot of the general stuff to make sure that we finish. Now over here, we have the Potahar vehicle. This is the N70. It's got the N80 facelift, so it looks really cool. And it's running a 1KD with the A750 gearbox. It's exactly the same as the setup that we have in Australia that's from about 2014, 2015. It runs, again, a G333 with our Pro 60 injectors, PDI front mount intercooler, GTurbo airbox, and it's running about 340 wheel horsepower, and I've limited the torque to 700. I'll do a few tests. I do have an 800 Newton meter, 362 wheel horsepower file that we can put in if the gearbox seems like it's going to do the business, but a lot of the time in this racing, we're sitting in the 3,000 to just over 4,000 RPM range anyway.
And this is what makes the drivers go fast. You keep the turbos in your helmets. Good helmet.
Oh, it's a GD turbo.
There you go, that's the turbo for...
GD?
Yeah. This is the only one I bought.
This. No, this is
so
their one.
That's a G333 for the.
What do we got here?
G333.
Wow.
Ball
Ready
bearing.
for the race.
Nice.
Okay, it's pretty much leave day today, so it's drive day. We got to drive to Cholistan, which is about a 9-hour drive. We have to go get some breakfast first, and then we'll pretty much head. All the cars have done except Asif's and the Tundra, but I'll show you guys how far the Tacoma's gone for Asif's car. It's still in lots of pieces, but apparently it's going to get done. So
By some miracle.
I can't believe it, because there's an engine and there's pretty much nothing else. It's just a chassis. So that's going to be staying here while everyone's going to be gone. The mechanics are going to be finishing that off, and we're going to be going and going to the camp in Cholistan and probably eating lots of food.
We are. I'm still full from yesterday. It's non-stop eating in this place. Where we're going in the desert, where we're staying, is actually a pretty amazing facility, so you'll get to see it. But it's crazy to think that you can go out in the middle of nowhere and there's just suddenly all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah.
How do you think the N80 and the N70 are going to go?
Look, they'll go amazing. I mean, the power and torque is really up there, and compared to especially like some of the competition, and it's actually much faster than a lot of the 5.7 litre 3URs that are run in the Tundras and Tacomas.
So I think the top class, so what's it called, the A prepared. So that's the top class. So same in Australia, where we have like the pro buggies where they run the LSs. Over here, the biggest engine they run is the 5.7 Lexus motor. That's I guess the most common engine that they run. And the GD and the KD, pretty much more power than both of them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Actually, we're going to do some drag races when we're out there.
It's going to be cool. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. And we're talking to some of the guys, and they're saying there's going to be 100,000 to 500,000 people attending this race. So it's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people go on the track as well. So it's going to be scary, but it's going to be a good time, I think.
Yeah, not going to lie, that's probably one of my biggest fears actually, is like hitting, people who consider themselves racers and drive their motorbikes and cars actually on the track, often in the wrong direction. And then you get kids and other people like crossing the track sort of while you're racing past. So pretty scary, considering in obviously in Australia things are so heavily regulated in that regard. You don't even have to think twice about it, but here it's a different story.
Yeah, and as well as so the Wolfpack race team, I think I said there was 3+, but there's actually 8+ cars going to be racing in that team. And then there's the Potahari team too, which is just one car?
Just one car.
Just one car.
Yeah.
But the Potahari got all its work done over here, and ASF friends.
Yeah, we did actually the Potahari car in 2024, and I came over for that one by myself and did some test driving with it. And it was really great. And if it wasn't actually for a mishap in the fourth and final section of the race, it would have had an amazing outcome. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. But they've done a lot more preparation on the vehicle this year, and they're instead of working on the car up until the last hour, we've actually got time to go and have some breakfast, which is kind of crazy. Actually, last time we left it, we didn't finish the car until like 8:30 at night, and then did a 9-hour drive, and we didn't arrive in the Cholistan Desert until 5:30 in the morning, which was a wild drive. So
Mate, the Pakistanis love to stay up late.
It is. It's actually one cool thing too is you get to drive the race cars on the street here, which is kind of crazy.
So we've been testing it on the roads, back and forth,
Yeah.
doing big pulls, doing big launches.
Yeah, and we don't trailer the cars to the race; we drive them to the race. So the race car that we're going to go do 600 k's of racing has got to do a 9-hour drive to Cholistan as well.
And no one has trailers here.
No,
So if they break, they're fixing it there. Which is crazy. But we're gonna go get some breakfast, and then I'll see you guys when we are on the drive to Cholistan.
absolutely.
Let's go. Okay, so we're at Prologue now. The car's just getting scrutinized as well because we were too late on getting it there yesterday. We got lost in the desert. That's another story. The car's getting scrutinized right now, and then we have Prologue over here, which we got to do. The tracks here, the Prologue tracks here are freaking short as about a minute and a half to complete the track. It's about 3 k's, so it's going to be nuts. We got Graeme in the driver's seat over here. He's got lots of attention is on him. You can see his car is packed around. Everyone's trying to get an interview with him. We good?
Yeah, everything good.
Approve. It's all good. Are you ready to race?
Yeah, ready to go.
उन्होंने फ्लैग राइजिंग की है।
Okay, so Graeme just finished the race. Apparently it was a good time, but we need to go see what time he's done. Apparently it was smooth, but I don't know, it was too chaotic for me to know. Alright, he got 1:32, which is not great actually. It's not the best time.
How does it feel to be Pakistan?
We do off-road racing in Australia. I mean, I do the West Australian Off-Road Racing Championship, and we do 2 cars, a Toyota 200 Series Land Cruiser diesel, the V8, and we also now have a Pro buggy that we're setting up, also with a diesel.
So we had a bit of a problem with the gearbox. There was a fuse which blew, which is I think the shift solenoid actuator, which is a 10 amp fuse that blew, and so I had to, unfortunately after the race I did some research and I found the issue with the car, and we solved it now, but with qualifying we didn't have it, so we had to just drive it in drive, so we're a lot slower, which I think we would probably be number 3 to 1 if we got that fixed, but it's alright. We are number 1 in our category anyway, which we're running the B prepared, which means we can I think have up to like a 3 litre and have modifications like a turbo and injectors and whatnot. So we're number 1 in our category, which is good. The A prepared are some sick cars. They're normally running like a 5.7 litre Lexus motor. We're happy. We fixed the problem now, and we should be good for tomorrow, which is our first race. And I'll show you guys along the whole process anyway of the whole race, and I'll show you how crazy it is. There's just so many people everywhere. The rules here are a lot different to Australia as well, where you can walk on the track, you can drive on the track. You're not allowed to, but people do it anyway, so it's just chaotic from the start to the whole race. It's just chaotic, but it's so much fun. It's so sick. I think we're going to be fine-tuning this before or tonight and getting it ready for tomorrow. I think Graham's got to do a few tweaks to it before racing tomorrow, and we're going to do a few tweaks to the Potaha car as well. But everything's going smoothly. We got heaps of time, and yeah, it's sick. So much fun. Cars going past right now. Graham has already passed us. He seems to be tracking very, very good. We'll keep an update with him. Okay, so we just checked the times. We're at the finish line. Dad's already gone, but he is 56 seconds behind first place in his class. So it seems to be tracking alright. This is day 1, and we still got another day tomorrow, which I think tomorrow will probably give Graham a bit more of a advantage, because it's, I think, a bit more harder track, but we'll see. We'll go have a chat to him and see how he's feeling. Check these things out. These Jiminy's are full triple bypass Kings, and they're pretty quick, hey? That one's for you, Neil. You'd love it here. The Jiminy's are everywhere.
Not precise.
यार तो बहुत जोर से बजा था मगर
क्या हुआ टायर सर ये?
हाँ
So what else was supposed to be done? The tuning is done. Diesel filter. हमें diesel filter check कर दे रहा है.
भाई से मुलाकात कर
पूरी.
वो वाइट वाले स्क्रैम लगे हुए थे मरो
वो fueling की है ना?
फ्लो में आ रहा हूँ ऐसे मैंने गाड़ी को खींच के डाउन शिफ्ट किया जैसे फोटोग्राफर
Alright, the last day of the race, isn't it?
It sure is.
We got like 200k to do today.
Yeah, just over, probably closer to 250, but thereabouts, yeah. Yep.
So day one we are 56 seconds behind number one, so we're coming second at the moment. But we had a few problems with the car, with overheating and whatnot, but they're all solved now. I think we're going to have a good run today.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We've tested the car last night and also this morning. Did some suspension tweaks as well. Logged everything. Everything's beautiful, and yeah, I just can't wait for today. Today is a really tough track. I mean, the whole lot is a bit of a tough track, I guess, if you're pushing to the limits. The first two sections which we did on day one were very fast and flowing. Still got a lot of twists and turns and jumps and so on, but today is pretty hectic actually. It's very hard on the machinery. A lot of vehicles don't sort of make it through day two, and yeah, so it's a good opportunity for us still, driving sensibly.
Yeah, we don't want to end up on the roof. I think today has a lot of like kickers, so it's a lot of just whoops. But I think in the corners we should be able to get some time back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing for us is we've got horsepower, and in fact we've got we equaled the trap speed in the radar gun on one straight at 185, which was equal to the outright guy in the Class A Pro. So that's pretty cool. But for us, getting out of corners, like I guess for us, I'll try and do late braking and then accelerate hard out of the corners, because some of my competitors in this class that we're in, which is B Pro, which is a capacity-based class, they've got long travel suspension and stuff like that. We've actually still got leafs in the back. It sounds bad, but actually it's still got 16 inches of travel, which is pretty crazy for leafs.
The travel is insane.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like leafs. I mean, coming from Australia, you think leafs, man, are the first thing you want to remove out of your vehicle, but at least we've seen here that, gee, if you do leafs properly, they're remarkably good, but it's still no comparison to a ultra long travel kit.
Yeah. In Be Prepared, which is the second category, you can pretty much do anything to the car, but you have to have like under a 3 litre engine.
Yeah, it's under a 3 litre engine, and you have to have a chassis number.
Yeah.
So basically all the cars are effectively registered, which is kind of wild for us. So we actually drove the car the 9 hours to the race, and hopefully we'll be driving the 9 hours back from the race as well, which is wild. But other than those restrictions, you're pretty unlimited. But in our case, this particular car, before I came to Pakistan, only like a couple of weeks before I came to Pakistan, it was a daily driver for one of the guys at Federal Garage. So not a lot's been done to it really. Not a lot meaning it's got bypass shocks as well as coilovers at the front on each corner, and then it's got bypass shocks in the rear with bump stops, and I think coilovers as well. Coilovers?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Not coilovers, because it's got leaves. But anyway, it's got twin shocks in the rear on each corner as well. So it's pretty reasonably well set up, but it doesn't have sway bars. So the torsion sway bars, which are really the go for these off-road vehicles, doesn't exist on this car. So I don't have sway bars in the front or the back, and yet I'm expected to go around corners really fast and then do S's and things like that. So that makes for a bit of a wild ride while trying to be competitive. What are you hoping for today? Look, Shariar is winning at the moment, at 56 seconds. He's got a full caged front and rear N80. It's a wild setup. It's like the ultimate of everything, long travel. It's got everything you can think of, but it's just underpowered. It doesn't have our stuff on it, and so we're wildly more powerful than he is. So effectively, he's going to go hard over all the real rough stuff, which we're going to have to back out on, and we'll lose a lot of time on that. And we're just going to hope that. I mean, it'd be nice to beat him, wouldn't it? So, but I don't know how we're going to catch up 56 seconds. But it's a long race still.
I think. I mean, it's 3 hours or something. No, 2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours. Day one was like
just
an
under 2
hour and
hours.
58 seconds, 58 minutes. So,
yeah.
2 hours is a long time to get to gain back 50
It is.
seconds.
We have
should be
plenty
able
of
to do it
time.
pretty
Yeah, that's right. So and today, because we had the overheating issues in day one, so as soon as we'd get up to, especially in the really high speeds, it was just pushing the cooling system, and we had a lot of shrouding on the front from bash plates and so on, and we've gone removed the grill, we removed the air conditioning condenser, we pulled the thermostat, we've done a few things to it just to optimize it, and also get additional airflow. We also lifted we removed the cowling around the windscreen wipers to give you about a 3-inch gap for airflow to go through. So I think I've tested it last night, and it's like you can't barely no issue at all getting it hot. So we'll see in the race, because it's at night time, it's cool. It's a desert, so it's wildly cold at night and wildly hot in the day.
Yeah, cool. All right, we better get ready.
Yeah,
Let's go.
cheers.
If this gets loose and goes, then you will have problems. Should they tie up or is it okay? You can check. Haris, ये जरा हेलमेट भाई, हेलमेट और सीटें आपके लिए बताओ। तब मैं वाला था भी बड़ी मुश्किल है। तो बेल्ट बांध दो।
It's the morning after the race. We didn't finish, we did a DNF, but that's racing. What actually went wrong?
Well, just after we overtook the leader to take the lead of the whole race for our class, the intercooler pipe on the driver's side blew off and smacked the radiator fan shroud, which hit the fan, smashed the fan into a million pieces, and then all the shards from the fan put a hole in the radiator. So about maybe after we stopped to put the intercooler hose back on, probably 10 minutes later we had to pull over with temperatures getting up over 120 degrees, which is obviously nowhere near where you want them to be. So very disappointing in that regard, but also exciting in the other way, because we were incredibly competitive up against cars that had much better suspension. So a really, really great time.
Okay, we're finally back in Perth. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of the content of pretty much the whole trip of us talking, but we still got some awesome clips in there, and it was just an amazing trip altogether. Meeting so many awesome people in in Pakistan, and just the racing community was awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't come home with a win or a finish.
Yeah, look, it was a really great trip. The race was amazing. It was amazing driving the N80 with the 1GD around with such enormous horsepower and being so competitive in it. And it was also not the only car, of course, we had. We also had all our GTurbo products on the Potahari Club car. And with Uma Kayani driving that, and
yes, they came fourth outright. They finished. That was a big win for them after many years of DNFing. They came home with a finish. I think that's all really that they were happy with.
They had a lot of fun with that as well, and it was and it's a great bunch of guys. You know, they're almost family by now. Now that I've been with them twice and spent time with in the desert with those guys. It was great. It was also great spending a lot of time with Asif and his team at Federal Garage. I mean, standout guy. We really look forward to doing it again next year, but in a bigger, better way.
What happened to the car?
Yeah, well, basically, intercooler pipe blew off just as we had taken the lead, actually. And we thought, okay, we've only just got to get it home now. Not 5 minutes later after saying that, the intercooler on a pipe on the driver's side popped off. And of course, when it pops off, you're racing conditions, so we're probably up nearly 40 pound of boost. And it pops off, comes off an almighty crash into the fan shroud. That pushed into the fan, shattered the fan. And when we stopped to fix it, which we were actually so far ahead at that point that we got out of the car, thought, oh, the intercooler pipe's blown off, put it back on, jumped back in the car and took off. And then over the next 10 or 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, this car started heating up and it got up to like even 120 at the end, and we just obviously had to pull over. We didn't know that the fan had shattered into a million pieces at that point and perforated the radiator. So it was definitely over. So by the time we could fix it and get it back on the road, it we tried, but Federal Garage tried real hard to make that happen and did an amazing job. Just missed out on the cutoff on it, so we couldn't get back out on track. But it's amazing what happens with racing sometimes.
I know, we put a lot of effort into it, and sometimes you just don't get to finish. We pretty much, the intercooler piped off, hit the radiator, blew it up, couldn't finish the race because of just like one little simple problem.
One thing, yeah. Crazy.
I mean, definitely could have been avoided very easily, but it's just one of those unfortunate things. You never really know. It could have been an intercooler pipe or it could have been a radiator pipe that blew off. It really could be anything when it comes to racing. It's milliseconds.
We did have one win though. We did on day, I don't know if it was day 1 or day 2, might have been day 2, not really sure. We got equal top speed on the radar with the fastest guy in the top class. So that was pretty cool. That was 185 kilometres an hour down this particular dirt stretch, and so that's at least some kind of win, I guess.
Yeah. So we're racing B Pro. So it still has like leaves, still has the 2.8 in it, which the A Pro can have a 5.7 litre and long arms and pretty much everything. So getting clocked at 185, top two speeds is actually very, very impressive.
Yeah, that's right. In actual fact, just on that point, with the Pro class, even us, we could have long travel, but just because of the way we'd set up our car, it was literally Federal Garage just set it up just to showcase what you could do with with the normal lease. It's not as good as long travel, that sort of stuff. We thought, we'd just go out there, take a car which is actually pretty much a standard car with a roll cage and bolt-ins all round. I mean, it's got the total chaos front end and that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But
it can ultimately be driven in Australia, really, with a few little mods to make it compliant with Australian rules. It can be a road legal car, really. I mean, he's going to be driving it as a daily after this. It's pretty crazy. If everything went smoothly, we probably would have come home with a win. I think next time, hopefully next year, we get to go again and use our experience from this time to take a win. For next year, which I think we definitely could.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I think that without question. I mean, Faisal Shedakal, shout out to him. He was the guy that was fastest, and and this guy can drive too, mate. This guy can drive. So also special thanks to Faisal Shedakal because he's responsible for the Team Wolf area in the desert there, which is this incredible facility right in the middle of the desert. You'd never believe it was there. So he's done made an enormous effort to make this incredible facility right out there in the desert. And so a special thanks to him for his hospitality as well. We look forward to doing it all again next year.
Yeah, just an amazing experience, and can't wait to do it next year. Let's catch you guys next year for the next Pakistan race.
Absolutely.
Let's go.